experience in Rotary. I know you've been district governor before, and I can see that you also you're very active in practically all the major events and all that. How's it been? How's it been as a member of Rotary? How many years?
2007, that's about 17 years. Yeah, now.
What?
Well, I would say it has been like something that is a natural thing that I just found myself into.
Okay.
Not that it was a very special thing that I found myself into, though it was what is familiar to me. I heard about Rotary, I knew about Rotary, I've been invited for Rotary programs, and I have seen what Rotary clubs were doing before I joined, so I just felt that I could be part of the movement, so that in my community I can contribute my own culture and make a difference somehow. So that's why I chose to join in 2007. And since I joined, I think I've not given up on anything. I've been part and parcel of all what has been happening in Rotary since then up to date. So, from being a member to being a committee chair in my club, different committees, member of different committees, becoming a club president in 2012, 2013 Rotary year, which was like a year that turned the name of my club around to Club of Lagos West. Which Club of Lagos West, which if that's all there, could be referred to as dead. And the club was reawakened, it was woken up from slumber, and the club did things that were not done, in the previous 10 years. And the club was able to win the second overall best club. It's 9110, then the defunct 9110, and I got the best club president in that year anyway, out of about over 100 clubs. So that was by dint of hard work and determination to make a difference in the community with the kind of loading pro that I actually embarked upon. There were too numerous to mention, and all the rest of focus I actually tapped into, and the progress were done on them. In fact, the club won Lagos State Corporate Social Responsibility Award, which was a rare award that could be won by a Rotary Club. That shows you the enormity of the kind of progress that we're doing, especially in the education sector. Because I'm an educator, and 75% of my progress were targeted towards schools, and both in terms of funding, provision of infrastructure, and supporting the students in various ways. So, and of course, by the time I was done as club president, the following year, just 2013, 2014, I was invited to serve at the district as a committee member. And I started from being a committee member. I was given committee to chair from 2013, 2014. And consistently, every year, I had the opportunity of leading a committee. And apart from being a member, a resource, vice chairman to other committees, 4 consecutive years, because before I appointed an assistant governor in 2017, 2018 by Past District Governor Rotary. And that was for 3 years. And I supervised 3 clubs in each of the years, making nightclubs and all. And by the time I was done the last year that I was done as, that I was performing as assistant governor, I decided to pick nomination to serve as district governor, which was incidentally the first and the last of such an occurrence where someone who picked nomination was never a PAG, because I never bore that title, past assistant governor, before I became a district governor nominee designate. So the only person in District 911 was who never was a past assistant governor. But the year was to end is when I picked nomination, and I was successful at the interview. And so I became a district governor nominee designate in 2020. And 2020, 2021, district governor nominee. 21-22 district governor elect. And of course, once I was nominated in 2019-20, it was obvious that I will become the first female district governor, because that was like the glass ceiling was shattered. I was the 42nd district governor, but the first female. It means that I had 41 male district governor ahead of me. And to me, it didn't make any difference. It was just by mere description to say someone is a male or is a female. It doesn't affect what you can do. It depends on the zeal you have for what you want to do, and the passion and the resources you have to work with. And I think I made it of all what I had. To perform that year to the glory of God, and the year recorded an outstanding success. It was not just, it was outstanding, it was resounding, it was excellent. It was like a year when things that had never happened at the district happened for good. And that was why, spontaneously, the title just came out from my district secretary. Then I said, Kosheleri, that this had never happened again, which now became my second name, by which I'm known all over, even beyond my district now. Everyone's like a name that everybody had known me, has now known me with, and I'm being with which I am being referred. And truly, a lot of Kosheleri events happened. A lot of big projects were done, big projects that touched the community, that touched lives, that beyond our district, across the whole of Nigeria, I dare say. And I would say that by the time the year was concluded, there's a system of a reward or an award system by Rotary International, or particularly my zone, the zone our district belongs to, Zone 22 Africa, and all the awards for Zone 22 Africa were won by the 9111 Rotary Foundation in membership, what matters, or areas that matter. All the awards were won by the district, and the awards were presented, trophy certificates at one of our Rotary Institute, one that followed after I left as governor. And of course, I would say that once that one happened, I was now, the district was, in fact, one of the things that we successfully did that year was that we were in the 29110 before. And when it gets to a level when the district has grown to a certain number, the membership has grown, RI wants to split, so that when the district split, each one can also continue to go at your own pace, thereby increasing membership. So my predecessor, Past District Governor Rotary, started the process of applying to Rotary International for districting of 9110 into 2, having reached that status, and we were given conditions to meet. It started very well. It grew membership to an extent that I was able to sustain what it did in the previous year, which was 2021-2022. And the strategic plan of the district, which was drawn, I strictly adhered to it. And the strategic plan was that the district must not have clubs that are 2 years and below to be more than 20%. That means 2 years and above must be about 80% and above. If I diluted that percentage, it would not have got our approval. And then the district must show progressive growth to 5,000 membership. In natural fact, by the time I was before the end of the Rotary year when I was governor, we reached 5,035. But naturally, district will lose members, clubs will lose members. But by 30th of June Rotary year, we were still close to 4,700. We meet the two conditions given to us to show progressive growth to 5,000, and then that clubs 2 years and above must not be less than 80%. In fulfillment, having fulfilled those two conditions, we got approval for distributing into 2 by October of the following Rotary year. So I gave God all the glory. That what started in 2022, I was able to drive to logical conclusion, which resulted in the formation of 2 new districts, 9111 and 9112, that we now have, with each one growing and developing, and greater things are even happening in each of the 2 districts, to the glory of God. So, and in District 9111, I was nominated, or was appointed. Of course, that was done before 910 broke into, distributed into 2. I was given an appointment to serve as a district learning facilitator. That's a position for people who will plan learning seminars for all those that we serve in an upcoming Rotary year. So I've done a tenure. So and I was the very first female again in 9110 to be so appointed to now serve starting from this current Rotary year. So I'm the current district learning facilitator for District 9111. I've concluded 1 year of, I won't say concluded, the year is not ended, but our trainings are almost all over, and we have started meeting for the learning seminars for the next Rotary year. So this is my second tenure in that capacity. And shortly after I ended as governor, I also got an appointment from Rotary International to be an assistant Rotary coordinator in charge of membership for Zone 22 Africa, so which I also currently hold. And one thing that is significant, and also another thing, like I said, is like everything that had not happened before just happened. By May 2023, I was given a chieftaincy title by Past His Royal Majesty Oba PDG Dr. Adidapo Tegusho Yoshile of Okeonoegba Karungwe III, and the title is so significant because we paid him a courtesy visit as a district there during our district conference in his palace. And when I presented my report for the year, what I've been done in the year, because he actually gave me a target. Not me, our district, but when we paid a visit the previous Rotary year for 2022 conference, he said that we've been coming for district conferences in Abeokuta, but we have never done any community project to even mark that conference we have been doing every year. And I determined that very moment, I decided 2022 May, that come 2023 May at my own district conference, I'll make sure that we will have done a successful community project, that we mark the beginning of such in Abeokuta. And we did a massive empowerment of men, and over 800 that were empowered. They were not only trained, they were provided with start-up tools at a very big ceremony. So it was a way to have ended the year in Ogun State, because my district covers both Ogun and Lagos State. For Ogun State, that was the very first community project to mark our district conference. And while presenting my report that day, and he said, I need to give you chieftaincy title. And the chieftaincy title shall be Kosheleri of Okeonoegba. And that was how that was bestowed on me, as well as my husband, at that particular forum. And that was our story. But I want to also say a significant thing that happened. So many firsts. For the year, I refer to it as an iconic year of many firsts. In my year as governor, I inducted my husband, the first man, as a Rotarian, and 2 of my children husband and children into Rotary. My husband is a member of the Club of Lagos, the first club in Lagos, the Club of Lagos. Rotary Club of Lagos. That's where my husband is. And my two children are in E Club of Maryland. It's an E Club. And that was the only E Club the only E Club we have in our former district. Now it was formed in my year. And my children were part of that particular Rotary Club. And that is the only E Club we have in 9110 and the current district 9111. So it's been a good journey. And I think I give God the glory that I'm able to do my bit within my community and beyond, particularly to make, to offer what I have. I'm a second level major donor. What it means is that I'm not only, it's not only about getting awards. I have received too many, I cannot count how many number of Rotary awards that I have. Maybe they'll be close to 100, and I'm not kidding. That's only for Rotary. Beyond the one I did as a professional person, the one I had as a professional. But it's not only about awards, it's what people see and what you have been able to give. And I also try to contribute when I give my talent, my time, my treasure. I am a major donor to Rotary Foundation. I'm a major donor level 2. I've contributed about $7,000 to Rotary Foundation. I'm a benefactor, I'm a Big Society member, a Paul Harris Fellow, and I belong to many Rotary Action Groups. Rotary Action Group for Peace, Rotary Action Group for Blindness Prevention, Rotary Action Group for Maternal and Child Health. In fact, as part of my journey, I'm also the Southwest Coordinator for Action Group for Rotary and Maternal and Child Health. Service coordinator for 6 states, and that was also a position that was given to me in course of my journey. That was about 2 years ago too. So I'm still currently the Southwest coordinator for that Rotary Action Group for Maternal and Child Health. And well, I don't know what else I want to say, and I've not mentioned, but that is a bit of my Rotary journey. I love going to clubs, and one thing is that I like to guide people. I like to mentor people. I want people to be Rotarian that can apply passion to what they are doing. Passionate Rotarians. Because but beyond my home, what I do at home, the next thing I do is Rotary. If people say, oh, how often do I go to church? Yes, I go to church. But I tell them, but look, when you're a Rotarian and you serve, what they are telling you in church to do, you're already doing many of them. You understand that? So, beyond church, beyond my home, Rotary is my next commitment.
And then I was going to ask, your commitment to Rotary, how did it affect your job, your professional?
Yes, I joined Rotary at the time when I was already, when I thought I can call at the pinnacle of my career. I joined when I was the head of school, and I'm an educator. And I joined when I was a school head in a secondary school. So I was a school principal when I joined. So I have control over my time, and that was what gave me the opportunity to have been able to do 75 of my projects on education. So it didn't affect, because number one, the club I joined is a club that meets at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. It's a luncheon club, 1 to 2. So you can go briefly and return to work. So that was what happened. So it did not affect me at all. It didn't affect my job. It didn't affect, I run the school. Though at the time when I was still in service, my husband was the one that was fully in charge of the school. So it did not in any way clash with my business. I can tell you that. So that was how I was able to do it very well. Yes.
Because be doing basically what you do now?
Yes, like I said, I have a school, and I can't demold lives of people outside and won't concentrate on my own students. I try to invest a lot in the progress of my students, and I sit with them at programs. If I'm not at any Rotary event, I'll be there watching what they're doing and trying to inculcate all that is good in them. And like I said, I'm still the district learning facilitator, and we started preparing for our learning seminar that will start in February 2025. So what brought me here today is that we had a meeting today, understand? So we just finished the meeting, and I must still, the next 3 months, that will continue to happen because we are now in October. By January, we'll be at the height of starting the learning seminars by the end of February. So I'm very much occupied with that. And I think that is the major thing I have at hand, except that there are other assignments as assistant coordinator in terms of membership. I give trainings, I do online trainings, you know. I meet with Rotarians who, like I said, wants to be inspired. I find time to talk to them. So basically that is the next 3 months. And of course by December, I don't intend to travel, but I intend to be at home this year. But usually, like every December, I want to. My children are not here. I want to spend the time with them. But I decided that this year, I want to stay in Nigeria because one of them will be coming down. And then also host. I love to host people. That's my hobby, to host people. I like to find people and find friends with me, and we sit together and we enjoy ourselves. For December, I want to have that this December. Invite friends, come and have a day with us in my home, and I'll be probably